You remember your first paid show?
My first paid show was it was actually UNT Dallas. So, but I didn't. So my first paid show was Walk That Walk started taking off, and I remember Merck called me and he was like, DJ Merck was like, hey, you got your first paid show, you know what I'm saying? UNT want to pay you, I think $500 this and this on for a show. So I went to UNT. I'm like, damn, it's crazy. So, you know, we get there, we do the show, rock the show. Cause Walk That Walk was building at this time. It wasn't at its peak, but it was.
Gotcha.
They knew. So I did the show, and then I remember, you know, Merck went down. We got the check, but Merck took the bread and bought a camera, and it was he bought a camera with the bread, but he was doing it for my investment. Like, but I remember I was kind of hot. I'm like, this is my first show. I'm finna take this. I'm finna go buy some shoes and everything. You know, when you coming up like that, just getting paid from a show was different from if you got it somewhere else. You know, because it's like, you know, you putting it in the music, and you ain't never, when you start doing music or anything like that, you doing it off the love of it, you know what I'm saying? You see the goal. Of course, you eventually plan to make money off of it, but when you first get paid from it, you know, now I was getting paid from mixtape, so I was getting used to getting bread like that. But for a show, that was my first paid show. I was, you know what I'm saying? It motivated me a certain type of way.
So you ain't see none of that money though.
Nah, but what we did with that camera, it just, we really took off after we got that camera because, you know, we started making content, and this is before, so you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is way before social media, so we had to figure out different ways to get our content out, which was Facebook, but it was also in other different little ways. You know, we was making little DVDs. Gotcha. So once we started doing that, you know, it started making the brand pick up even more. Then in them shows, you go from 500 to 1,500 to 25 to 3 to 5, and so it just start going up. So, but it all start from that. That first show was always that motivation, like, okay, I can do this for real and sustain a living. And also, when people pay you, that means they really enjoying your craft. Like, you really doing something when somebody really to pay you. So my first show was my biggest motivation to keep going.
Nah, that's real. So you made up a great point. So as an artist, man, like, when do you know it's time to go up on prices and all that?
Yeah, it's you know, because you the demand, you just get crazy demand, but it's also smart. Like, it's two ways you can look at it, because, you know, and we had to sit back and learn that, like, you can always go crazy on your prices, but if you focus on your product, like for me, I knew when I put a mixtape together, like I had that crack. You feel me? Like, so the more I get that out to people, the more I'm gonna win. The better your product is, the more you want to figure out whatever you got to do to get that out to people. Gotcha. So a lot of people product don't really be that, but they got everything else. So you know what I'm saying? They might move different, but my music, was like addictive. So it was like, okay, if I take the amount of shows and keep my price here, I can do a whole bunch of shows, spread my music and sell a lot of mixtapes, win off that. And by the time I stop, the way it circulate crazy, then that create a crazy demand. Gotcha. Then you kind of go up from there, but it's really off demand. You just know, you feel it. You know, you go from people, you know, you getting booked once or twice a weekend to everybody trying to book, and you trying to figure out dates to I can't even. Once you start getting you start knowing you can come up on your price. But
it's time to go up.
It's really just, you know, when you really take that mindset, you know, you ready to turn up like that. You know, it's a choice at the end of the day.